Hello everybody and welcome back to Premiere Match Night. This is 4 instead of 3. We've got DRG versus the UPS Copypastas. I am Aatrax, joined by Nexus. Had a bit of a caster swap here, but that is okay. I am equally happy to cast with either of them. Two legends, Crash, and now Nexus. As this pistol round has honestly been kind of slow so far. A minute 25 in, and Dale Cooper already all the way up B. We've got another Inferno game here. Can't get anything done, unfortunately. Nan with that kill, and it's looking like the B site basically open unless TB1 has something to say about it. Unfortunately not, but Bango does. That's 2 down, putting it into a 3v3 scenario for the Dragons. It looks like it's going to be all CT for this retake for DRG. Shorty over here towards Banana. Same with Kigu. Here going to get one onto Solstice and another onto Bango. Shorty with the final and Copypastas with the pistol.
Yeah, just an absolute, really nice play there. It was a pretty standard pistol round. I did like how they sent the late mid lurk. The left side archer smoke with the flashes coming in, just a self flash to kind of take space and make a lot of noise. They baited the rotations, especially with getting Dale Cooper down towards Banana and just hiding. It's a really good way if they're not contesting Banana early on there. But they made a lot of noise, and Dale Cooper did buy a lot of time, not getting insta-gushed and instantly dying at bottom of Banana there. But the guns are going to be out coming in for the Copypastas. An AK-47 for Kira, trying to make that aim go to youth there, but the B bomb site is looking empty, Aatrax, so they might just be trying to poke and prod against these pistols.
And I mean, look at this, like basically it's like a broken Astralis stack over here on porch. As I say that, they kind of split off, but Kigu gonna be the one to see this. Oh, immediately swings and says, oh, hey, up, there's 4 here. Immediately activate onto B, go. Because it's just these pistols, but I don't know what they're worried about this smoke. Because Kigu definitely saw like a ton of people there on porch. This site completely empty, and TB1 going down to Kigu on the MAC-10, farming up that money. That's what you like to see if you are a fan of UPS. These pistols, looks like already they're backing off. No armor to save here, so it's interesting that they're not at least trying to get some guns or do some economical damage. Bango down to 8 HP, Solstice down, and they're just kind of backing out, saving these pistols, maybe not wanting to give the MAC-10s the money. I can see that as well. Dale Cooper good for 1 down towards Banana. And Copypastas with the second.
Yeah, picked up a quick second round there, but the SMGs were doing their job. They were farming. Kigu had a really good play there, scouting for the top mid play, just really trying to see where these pistols were located. They saw no early utility, they saw no early flashes, no sounds for the gun, so they were kind of under the impression that they should have been on the save. CT side, it is pretty much 50-50 now, whether the CTs are going to be force spine or saving coming the second round here due to obviously the MR12 changes and the money issue as well. Less rounds to work with. You want to get these guns out fast. But yeah, I mean, they had a pretty much empty B bomb site. I guess they were just afraid because they saw one smoke coming in, so it's really hard to tell. But the SMG of Nan, not the franchise, or I believe it's not, coming up here close by. Another flash coming in here, picks up the first, doesn't actually get one. Aatrax, Bango picking up that kill and maintaining top Banana control.
Getting flattened like bread is non on that MAC-10, and Kigu with a reply over onto A. That's one of 2 A players down, and Bango remaining here. The bomb is at the bottom of Banana, but no one is going to be swinging. Kigu up in this apartment's position. Gonna try and hold this line, see if anyone swings across. Slowly creeps out. That's X Factor underneath this porch with a little bit of an off angle. Dale Cooper towards the middle. Gonna take some action. A couple of bullets fired. Knows that there's some players here, and the hit is going to come out of apps and short. That's Shorty onto Dale Cooper, and Kigu out of the apartments with a flying AK kill onto X Factor. That is A site secured. 2v3. Shorty is low. Bango is also down to 68 HP, so we'll have to see. TB1, Tim, the big one. The prospect promoted up into Premier. Well, not promoted, excuse me, subbing up into Premier. Promoted just temporarily. Backing out. And that's a wise decision. No kit. Save the armor. Save what little utility you have. And the guns. Copypastas 3-0.
Yeah, they're just really aggressive here with this hunt. All three players left the bomb site, knowing full well that there's no one going to be coming late mid, no one sneaking around towards archers or through short. They fully left and trying to take these guns away, knowing that they can take control of the economy if they were to get all these kills coming out here. Obviously, sponges coming into effect. Couple of rifles being able to toss to their teammates, as the rest can really afford to either buy a FAMAS or an SMG. Looks like they're going with the latter, with the MP9s there. But yeah, just a really good overall default there from the Copypastas. They had a good recovery there, losing the early engagements, but then making a quick recovery. And that nice double swing from Kigo with their teammate coming out from the side there was huge. As a CT anchor, it's really hard to just hold down one angle, and to get peeked from both, you have to gamble and get a 50-50 and hopefully get one. But top and actually full banana control in favor for the Dragon. The HG is going to blow it up here. Doesn't blow it enough for Solstice to see something, but Bango through the smoke spots just a sliver of pure Aatrax. Jeez.
Ooh, Solstice going for this gun. Not going to see it. Instead, going to get sprayed through that smoke. That's actually Non with the op kill in the smoke. That was actually through the smoke. Of course, they knew where they were, but regardless, that's a great kill and a great punish. Solstice getting just a little bit greedy there, but X Factor with a kill onto Kigu on the A side of things. And Sway will reply in the apartments onto X Factor. Slowly swinging out here. That's going to be Tim and Dale Cooper here to reply. Shorty eliminates Dale. Sway trying to find Tim, but it's actually going to be Shorty with the 2 kills onto the A site to secure the bomb, and a 4th for the Copypastas, as you see on your minimap there. Bango running away, saving this AK and kit. And Copypastas, it seems like they just they default out just a little bit, pick a site and execute, whether they have some information, whether there's picks going back and forth, but just, spend a little bit of time in the early round to get that info and then execute and commit to it, and it's working well so far.
I think this is a really good sign for what we are going to be seeing from the Copypastas moving forward within the season here. Just having the confidence to really pick a side and just kind of roll with how they're going to be taking it, regardless of if they won the early engagements or not. That's a really good way to really hold down your T sides, right? Just being able to have that confidence to win out these fights and to trust in the in-game leader in Kigu to make the correct call and just trust them blindly. Just have that good synergy going on there. Dragons are going to be low on rounds and low on funds as well. They're going to be trying to buy somewhat around this AK-47 of Bango, trying to be the hero of the round here, stacking towards A as normal. 3 players going in towards the A bomb site, maybe even going for an apps rush, and it looks like they are, and that's exactly where the T sides are heading to. They're going to be meeting here shortly. Coming Dale Cooper with the 5-7 though, deep into the apartments. Aatrax, are you ready to see a brawl go down here?
Oh man, I mean, as soon as I say, they just kind of feel for information and then commit, they just decide to straight up commit. 5 here towards A. The utility goes out here, taking point over on this arch side, but it's Solstice with 2 on the 5-7 before Non takes out Solstice. That's the 5-7 gone, and then with another op kill, that's 2 secured, 3 in the round total. Cure with 1, Kigu with another, and Bango with the AK and the kit. You almost wonder, do you say, ooh, almost missed Kigu, immediately recorrects and gets that kill, but no, can't get any more. Non with 3 in the round, and Copypastas officially on fire, 5-0, and Solstice with a great start. on that 5-7, a couple of kills, but now the question is, you know, for DRG, just it's almost like can you just post around? I will say it has been a rough season for them so far. Currently, they're posting DRG Dragons posting 14 rounds total in 3 maps. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
a little bit rough seasons here for them. They're hoping to just put up a fighting chance against UPS here, who have conversely been playing pretty well so far. Currently 2-1 on the season. So we'll have to see how this plays out. And DRG looking to get it started here on the CT side.
got some early utility towards A though. Look at that library smoke. It doesn't really grant them a lot of info, but it does really I don't want to say waste utility, but it does give them an idea of what they're trying to. They keep tossing with deep or late arch smoke as well. There, that library smoke is going to fade soon. But there's 4 players stacked up on here. They're baiting the rotations, Aatrax. They're setting up for a B execute, and it's all up to Bango, who has 1 smoke and one flashbang left, with a minute left on the round.
Has been playing well for DRG so far, but will require a monumental effort here on this round 6 of play, as it's going to be a B execute. Shorty throwing that utility out already. Kigu here and Shorty advanced here up onto B, but it's actually X Factor who rotated over with the initial contact. Shorty to immediately reply, but they don't expect Bango there, who gets 2. Dale Cooper with another, and Solstice with the final op kill to secure the first round for DRG. And I mean, right when things were looking a little bit hopeless, if you will, DRG post one. And look, if you're a DRG fan, this is the start of the comeback for you. This is where you want it to happen. But I mean, Nexus, look at their funds. It's not great.
Not great at all, but they managed to win out the round and keeping a pretty decent amount alive there. They are able to afford pretty much all guns all around except for TB1, Tim the big one, the prospect sub up coming in here. But Sway's going to be going aggressive here. I wish they would have activated a little bit earlier last round, but they're getting very active now here coming into the 7th round here, picking up that first kill on to Solstice, and Kiwi taking a bunch of damage here as well. The Molly coming in for the Aatrax, looking like an aggressive B fight, and Bango taking out Shorty.
Great reply onto the tracers coming through that smoke. And Dale Cooper having some great impact in the last couple of rounds, at least for one reply onto the Copypastas, but then that's going to be trading them out. Bango with the kill onto Sway through that smoke to throw it into a 3v2 scenario for the DRG Dragons. Now, depending on how you like to play this, you could argue it's still somewhat T-sided, or at least T-favored, in the sense of the CTs have to somewhat split up. So there is a quote-unquote weak site, if you will. So we'll have to see. Copypastas do call it going through Arch. Do they decide to wrap to B, though, is the question. They hear absolutely nothing. No, they decide to wrap Arch to A. Non out on point here. Will they see TB1? Yes, they will. And eliminated, but X Factor still here on the back of the site. Gets 1, gets 2, secures a second for DRG. A great hold. It looks like they just didn't expect that second one on site there. They thought they had called it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good setup there from the Dragons to play both on site there. And the Copypastas really had nowhere else to go. They could have gone for a B ramp, but with 28 seconds left on the clock, it would have been running the clock down really low. They were clearing out a bunch of more angles over towards the A side, especially with that early fight coming in there. But they just have a lot more angles to clear on B side if they were to wrap the Arch there. But obviously the X Factor, no pun intended, but yeah, the X Factor of the round there, playing to such a really nice off angle on top of the box, and the unattainable trade, the non-instantaneous trade, in fact, to learn to speak, was a really good play, maybe a misplay, excuse me, for the Copypastas there, but Sway so far up there, but Dale Cooper unsecured. This round is going crazy. Aatrax.
Oh my goodness. It was just back and forth. Sway with a drive-by Tech 9 kill onto that Arch player, but then immediately the Dragons recognize what's going on and just collapse onto the Copypastas. And they've posted 3 rounds in a row now. Now, it was true. It was an eco from the Copypastas. Good for DRG to only lose 1 and keep fueling this money because, I mean, Nexus, I'm sure you know how important economy is to this CT side, especially as you're building rounds.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Just 3 rounds is more than enough to really start building up a fund there. A lot of them have enough money if they were to win this next round here to start building up more of a bank. But they'll keep going aggressive, picking up 1. They expect onto here. Kigo with a fast trade there, and on doubling up onto Tim, the big one. It's now a 3v3, and the B-side player is fully rotating, but opts to fall back now. Second guessing their decision as the rest of the T is still wait outside here towards middle. But yeah, losing 2 players here, you want to minimize that, right? Dale Cooper and TB1 should be the only ones you should be losing within the round if you want to make this economy build that much stronger. And the Kigu and the rest of the Copypastas, Kigu and company, moving back towards Banana Aatrax, and all that's left here is Bango. Like you mentioned before, Aatrax, Bango has been such a superstar within this map here, so we're hoping to see that they can keep up with this performance.
You're absolutely right. Has a smoke, has a nade. 55 seconds left. That's good to soften up these players. Bango with the A1S. Now all 3 of the Copypastas are within headshot range. So definitely possible for Bango to just control the spray and get all 3 if they provide the right type of fight for him. But UPS, they have utility, so they can play this correctly. On paper, UPS should be winning this round, securing the site. Maybe Bango trading 1 for 1. Again, Bango's been playing hot. That's a great initiation onto Shorty. Takes the aggression. Now they know he's triple. Gets another. Already doing incredible work here for Bango. We said Bango needed to provide more, and they have. 10 seconds left on the clock. Bango gets all 3. What a round to secure a 4th and continue the economy fueling for DRG. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it was just a really solid play there by Bango, hiding behind the triple box there. The Copypastas had a molly to really flush them out and try to clear out the site safely, but they were trying to go full contact. They weren't trying to use any utility. I believe they also had a smoke for that CT cross, but they opted to once again stay hidden like a ninja. Just stay quiet to catch the Dragons off guard. But Bango knew it. Bango had that game sense, had that intuition, and trusted their gut there. So it was a good, huge superstar player by Bango. But yeah, the rest of the Copypastas is full pistols here. Dale Cooper onto 1. It's gonna be a standard eco round here. And him, the big one, getting their first kill. He picks up 2 actually. Aatrax, jeez.
2 in the anti-eco. Let's go. Prospect players around the world are cheering for Tim, the big one. 2 kills on Premier players. Basically can put them on Navi at this point to start winning majors. Oh my goodness. You love to see it. And DRG starting off the map 0-5 and now tying it up 5-5. This is the second time on stream tonight that we've had these long streams of rounds here on Inferno. So we'll have to see, will it be the same on the other side, but we're not quite there yet. Round 11 Cure already with the kill onto Solstice. It's a great kill onto the mid player. Now DRG forced into a decision. Do they decide to leave just 1 on B, leave Bango here? That is what they decide to do and send 3 over towards the A site. But Copypastas decide to go B instead. They smoke off the Molotov and Bango gets 2 through the smoke. Oh my goodness. Already absolutely insane impact to at least secure the man advantage for their team. DRG in a 4v3 scenario here, retaking B. 3 players have kits. There's an op. Shorty's on 84 HP. And 2 players toward Banana. All 4 of these CTs are coming from either Church or the CT position. Shorty up on the boxes, gets 1 and gets 2. But X Factor trades out. Now in a 2v2 scenario, Cure makes it a 2v1 scenario for the Copypastas. Dale Cooper taps the bomb and will get opt through the smoke by None to secure a 6th for the Copypastas finally replying after the CTs post 5 in a row.
Yeah, good play there, especially with that early mid fight there. It's what really needs to happen for both these teams to really try to extend the lead and really win out this game here. Getting that mid control, winning those mid fights there. You saw Kira with a really nice opening kill, quick clean headshot onto the Archers player, I believe, who was just trying to go for info, which forced the rotation from the Dragons onto the A site, which allowed that B site hit to come a lot faster and a lot easier. But obviously Bango trying to put that to a stop. They're putting the team on their back to really try to make that round work out. But the Copypastas getting into good post plants and just playing off of each other's contact was really huge there. A really good, really a good thing to take away from these Premier players. Just their intuition, the way that they can play off of each other, regardless of how short the matches have been. But a great HE onto the Copypastas Aatrax.
What a wonderful nade, and that's a great Molotov to separate them out further. Shorty down to 47 HP, stuck in this arch position. Now, as the Molotov turns out, the rest of the team can come through. Dale with one, but Shorty, that's the prospect player out. Sway with the kill onto X Factor, and Dale Cooper blindsided by Non through the boiler position. Now Solstice on this retake with Bango. 2v3 scenario. Kit onto Solstice. Players low for the Copypasta side. They know now that they're the opper for the Copypastas in this boiler position. Gigu on site, going to retrieve both of these players. Nan with an op kill with both of the kills from the apps. Position to secure a 7th for Copypastas. And I mean, you could almost argue that after the first few rounds of how this half was going, 7 is abysmal for the Copypastas. Dragons with a great resurgence early on, but that being said, Copypasta's on the CT side now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot harder, especially on the CT side. If these Ts are just getting so many opening picks, they're getting a lot of map control. If they're just keeping feet planted or even baiting rotations, it's a lot harder for this to really try to get that momentum going. And the Dragons managed to find their way on their CT side there. But I want to talk about Nan. Nan, we're going to go with whatever comes first in my mind there. Nan was really slippery like a snake, right? You saw them in towards Boiler, and he immediately had that timing to run into apps and get the last 2 kills. I think it was a really good play, and a really good reposition there. Deep molly or short close molly for the Copypastas here, but the Dragons are nowhere near that molly, and they're going for an app spot here. Solstice with the bomb, peeking up in towards the apartments, and now it's going to be a big fight here going on Aatrax.
You're absolutely right, and they need to be quick because Copypastas dumped that B utility and immediately rotated towards A. Non already up through mid. They know where the rest of these team players are, but Tim with 1, Tim with 2, doubling up their kills. The prospect player, you love to see it. Solstice with 2 as well, and DRG secured the pistol on their T side, which you no doubt imagine that it would result in a second round. Hopefully they can tie it up here 7-7 because look at that. UPS looking to save.
Yeah,
I mean, Tim on the dualies too.
Tim, the big one, is obviously the hero of this game here. Got the call up from the GM to sub for this Premier game. Knowing full well they're going up against Premier players and they're holding their way. They're doing their best, and they're just honestly, I believe they're having a bit of fun. Maybe even picking up a couple of tips here and there throughout the series that they can improve into their own game coming into their next season if they are going to be playing, or even if they get signed here. But Dale Cooper going for it, looks away for a second, and Kigu picks up the kill. Here's the shot, and opts to fall back here. But look who's close up there. That's not. Still in the bedroom, but the B side is going to be getting hit. The bomb is there with them. The full eco for the Copypastas is not looking too good despite that first opening pick.
Yeah, and you hope that that's all that they get if you're on the DRG side. You don't want to let them... Certainly you don't want to let them get back into this round. Sway! Come on now. Alright, Solstice, Bango. Cleaning these up here. What can Shorty do? Nothing. Bango and Tim with another kill. Let's go. Prospect players again cheering for their fellow prospect player. And now DRG 7-7. Copypastas are going to have the weapons available, but even so, 2 MP9s. So it is possible to continue this T-side aggression and T-side quote-unquote dominance, if you will, even though we're only 2 rounds in. But we'll have to see now. What is the answer? Looks like B. Bango throwing lots of utility. Of course, it's normal for B side. That's a grenade onto Solstice. TB1 and Solstice taken low. Sway with a kill. Bango with a reply. Can they get another? Yes. That's the B player's dead. Non already on this rotate, but they will not be fast enough. At least for now. And Bango is aware there could be a player church already. It says, Tim, hold the reins. Now they know for sure. Tim with the Molotov. Bango just watching CT, making sure none of these players push through as the bomb will finally make its way onto the site. At least you hope. And oh, I didn't even see that flank from Dale Cooper in the back lines. X Factor planting the bomb now finally in a 2v2 scenario Dale Cooper dealt with. So we'll have to see what can they do. Kigu on 15 HP, not on 87. TB1 on 20. Tim, the prospect player in a 1v2, cannot connect onto the second. A great trade from Kigu. There was potential there. The Copypastas on their first gun round secure the lead again at 8.
Yeah, really solid try there from TV1, Tim, the big one. The hero, once again, they're going to keep mentioning that, just the hero of the match there. A 1v1 that was actually doable as well. As you mentioned, Aatrax, like Kigo was very low on health. That 1v1 could have gone either way, and TB1 just got, I guess, caught off guard there, trying to make sure, trying to reposition and readjust to the new potential angles, and just managed to barely get across that wall, but not soon enough there. But the Copypastas up now 8-7. Nice little instant smoke there to fight mid by Kigu, and it's looking like this SMG of Short is going to be pushing through very aggressively towards B here. Flash is coming in here. The X Factor with one. Can he pick up the second? He cannot. And almost out of bullets, but Kigu is there as well. Aatrax, and it's just completely over.
3 for Kigu, 1 for Non on the sniper rifle. Currently 15 and 10. Kigu also 15 kills, 11 deaths though. Leading the charge here for the Copypastas. Shorty not far behind on 12. Then you look over on DRG side. Bango 18 and 9. Absolutely popping off. I would like to point out him just as many kills as Cure. So, you know, like staying on par with a Premier player, at least in terms of fragging somewhat here, is TB1, Sway, and Cure, and Non chiming in on round 17 here. This DRG fall flat. I will point out, oh wait, X Factor with one? Nope. Solstice left in a 1v4 scenario. Now we'll get eliminated. I will point out, DRG now, they have 7 rounds. This is the most. They are now tied with the most rounds they've had in a match day so far. Match day 2 against Ooze Crew on Ancient. So there is hope for them to have improvement already in this game. And, of course, they can win it. I mean, they're on a save here, Nexus. But, I mean, what do you think? What's going on here as DRG? Maybe they're saving, talking about it a little bit. What's the plan going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if they were to win this round, cool, free round and minimal invested. If they lose this round, Copypastas are only up to 11. But if they were to fully invest, they would have to save next round, then give the Copypastas pretty much match point. And you never want to play against match point. You don't really try to avoid playing for overtime if you can there. But Bango onto Non. Solstice getting some good damage onto Kiku there, but Kira still left up on site, getting caught off guard from behind. Gets blasted, and Dale Cooper picking up that kill. TB1 close behind. They're picking up that AWP with 3 bullets left. Smoke coming in, stops it off. The hero, humble as always. Now, sticks to the Glock, but the bomb is planted. This is really good. This is the best case scenario for the Dragons, barring that they don't win the round. But in a 2v5 with almost no utility left, I think this is just a save for the Copypastas. That's exactly what they're doing, Aatrax. They have no money left to really invest into this. Kiku's low on funds. They can drop a couple of guns over, but it's not going to be good looking forward here. And the Dragons have done it. They have won a pistol round against full buys, and they are preventing the Copypastas from getting that much closer to match point. Dale Cooper, though, not checking out Sway, does get taken out there. And no one's close enough for the bomb to beat Aatrax. What the hell was going on?
Yeah, I was man, I was like, okay, well, we're on an eco, you know, it gives us a second to talk about DRG, this and that. DRG officially breaking their round win record here in the season. 8 wins, looking to secure the win on Inferno. Obviously, they have work to do, but they just won probably a little bit of a what's the word? A mental win, you know, a little bit of a, I don't want to say like an ego boost, but some sort of an ego boost, a little bit of a confidence boost. There we go, that's the right word. And Dale Cooper gonna swing out onto Shorty, but Sway ready for it. Unfortunately for Dale, cannot get that kill. Sway burning down to 30 HP, has to back off. So B territory secured, top car here for DRG at the cost of Dale Cooper. A majority of them decide to move back towards mid. Bango probably just trying to keep players here, keep them honest on the UPS side. Don't want anybody rotating early thinking, oh, they just backed off. Keep 2 of these players here, and looks like the call is actually to go back towards B. 50 seconds left on the clock, so they need to make a decision in the next few seconds here about what they want to do. It looks like B will be the answer. 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and a flash for DRG. Smoke, a few flashes, a Molotov, some nades for the Copypastas. Utility comes out. It's going to be the B execute. Shorty swinging a little bit into the smoke, trying to get a kill onto anybody, but no, it's actually going to be Sway first before getting traded out by Solstice. The nade to blow up the smoke nets a kill for Non, who immediately rushes into Church. Solstice watching that smoke, making sure no one goes through it. Bango with the kill onto a CT player of Pure. Non with a trade, putting it into a 1v2 scenario for DRG. Oh, doesn't get the kill onto Solstice. Now Kigu, one of the shining players for Copypastas, can't get it done against Solstice. Solstice with 4 in the round to secure a 9th for DRG, and an important one, if you will, because look at the money on the Copypasta side.
Yeah, the money is not looking too good here. They should at least be going for a safe here. Maybe upgrading a couple pistols if, you know, someone like Sway can afford it. Maybe even some half armor onto Sway. Just try to see what these Deagles or maybe even these 5.7s can really do to pick up a better weapon, save it into this next upcoming round here. But I really want to point out, Solstice. That seems a little targeted. Obviously,
yeah. You know what's funny in my head? And me, I was like, oh, at least it was the prospect player.
It was funny, but there's Dale Cooper to
there it is.
It all out there. Yeah, just to kind of even it out. It's all in good fun. I think their comms are definitely having a little bit of a laugh there going on. But yeah, last round, just I completely forgot what happened last round just from that team kill. I lost my entire train of thought there. It was definitely one of the rounds of all time. That's what I will say there. Dale Cooper picking up here, quick clean headshot there, and it's now 10-10. And just an even scoreline. Copypastas have somewhat of enough money to buy into this round here. They would have liked to kept a couple of guns that they had managed to kill from the T side, but nonetheless, they have a gun. They have guns to really work with. No op though, Aatrax. So I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah, and now here's the thing. DRG, they've got Solstice on the T side op, who did have high impact already. Not denying their ability. I'm just saying, notably T side opping on Inferno a little bit more difficult as opposed to some other maps, some other positions, probably even CT side Inferno a lot easier to op. So we'll have to see what can Solstice get done, and hopefully you don't trade that op over onto another player. TB1 and Non will trade a little bit of damage back and forth, but Tim unfortunately worse off for wear, and Dale Cooper with a little bit of action up in apartments gets some more damage onto Cure, throws out that nade, which will find its target. That's a great kill. Dale Cooper coming alive in this second half here for DRG. And Tim flashing over onto the arch side. That's Non here to retrieve this attack, but backs off towards arches, and Dale with another kill. That's Kigu down in the apartments. Now the hit will come out. Non gets a kill through the smoke. That's actually the bomb carrier going down, so the bomb will have to get swooped up. Then with that's another bomb carrier down. And Shorty peeking through the smoke. Will they get the timing? Yes, they will. That's Tim down, forcing this into a 2v2 scenario. And Dale Cooper, who had great impact into the round in the beginning, is left to watch from the sidelines as Bango in a 1v2 on the op. Can you get one? No, unfortunately you cannot. And Copypastas, as soon as DRG tie it up, Copypastas have to go ahead and win a round. DRG maybe just a little bit frustrated. We can't get the lead, but don't give up just yet. Whoa.
Okay.
What just happened there? Oh my goodness.
That caused an abrupt laughter in here, within here, the production room here. The observer and producer have just bursted laughing in here. I mean,
that was fun.
To be fair, it was completely caught me off guard too. I knew they were going for the kickflip, but I mean, I guess their gun is just that much more powerful. It was the producer kick flight. Gosh, dang it. They have enough money to buy though for the Dragons. They can still buy for this right here. Bango going for the fight, and he gets the kill. A nice little headshot there through the car wooden pallet thingy mabob. But they have top and an extra 30 left in the round here so far, so they have a lot of time to work with Aatrax. They don't have to go. But look at this on the other side of the map here. Cure onto Dale Cooper, but Sosa with a quick trade. Q now reclaiming space. This is such a good play by the CTs here, reclaiming space, not letting things go to waste, and getting a lot of info because of it. But Kigu might be biting off more than they can chew, and the timing could not be better.
You're absolutely right. It all comes down to timing. Now, I believe this is Bango who's roaming back. Are they aware that there could be one coming through mid? Oh my goodness. Again, this all comes down to timing. Kigu just chilling here. And now the question is, which flank will come in first? Will it be the Solstice flank all the way through CT onto B? Or will it be the Kigu flank? Time is ticking down, 35 seconds.
Oh, he's calling them back. He's
calling them back. The
A side's clear, but 30
X
seconds left. They don't
Factor
have time
is
for
going
this.
to be with the bomb too. This is going to be some crucial contact, and Kigu spots the bomb and kills the carrier. X Factor completely unaware, and TB1 swings out. 20 seconds left. Solstice gets a kill onto Sway on the B site from CT. And Kigu just swings into that smoke, just hides from Bango. 9 seconds left.
Does he have the time?
Oh my goodness, this is going to be so close. The bomb has to go down now.
I don't think he has it.
Oh my goodness. It was so up and down, back and forth. Which way did it go? It went in favor of Copypastas. 12 to 10. Oh my goodness. That was absolutely crazy. Kigu with 4 in the round and some crazy plays to secure match point for Copypastas.
Yeah, just such a power position there by Kigu, catching a really good timing. That's what I'm telling you guys. The CT side information is more than valuable. Not only does it provide you kills and map space, it gives you a chance to really win out the round there if you have the the intuition to really do something with it. But I believe his Solstice just took some time and, you know, readjusted to go for that secondary swing after getting the bomb plant down. That clutch would have been more than doable. TV1 missing the jump there. Solstice does pick up the first. Dale Cooper onto Sway, and it's still match point for the Copypastas, but 3 quick kills in succession in favor of the Dragons. A side completely lost. Bomb making their way over towards the A bomb side, and Solstice, angry from that last round, is going for this aggressive flank onto the CT side players, but the X Factor completely taken down, and Solstice just has all this free space, all for nothing. Are they are going to be planning A. I had a feeling, I thought that they were going to be going towards B. It would have been a quick.
That surely would have resulted in disaster if they immediately went back mid and ran to B. But I mean, actually they had to have known that those players were B, right? So.
Yeah, they definitely could have just gone through CT, just a full around the world through apps towards A, towards B. But Dale Cooper caught in mid-flight, mid-jump there. Also should have spotted both players at the end of that death cam there. So now they know where the players are going to be hiding. Copypastas, like I said, they were known for being aggressive on their T-side hunts, and I guess the Dragons are trying to match it, but Nan and Shorty not letting it happen.
My question is, can DRG afford this? Like, look at the money. I don't think DRG could afford that. Like you're on Galil's. You've got that's a questionable decision. I know, like, no, you don't do that. In my mind, I don't think you make that, Carl. I understand you want to punish the economy of the CT side, but now your own economy is kind of punished. Look at that. 2 Galils coming out on the side of DRG.
Who doesn't have a... Looking for 5-7, I guess, but...
Kigu doesn't have a gun. Okay, well,
5-7 supremacy?
5-7. I mean, Solstice did have some great 5-7 kills, and it might not matter. Nan with 1 already on to Tim. Currently 6 in 20 in regulation. Bango can't get one onto Shorty. But Dale Cooper and Solstice will get kills. Shorty will reply. Now it's all onto Dale Cooper and X Factor. And they are so far separated. All onto X Factor here in a 1v3 scenario with the Galil. Now, looking at the minimap, of course, they can't know this, but we know that bomb site is more or less open aside from Shorty watching this all the way in CT. So X Factor has plenty of space here. Again, they don't know, so diligently clearing the angles, which definitely want to do. Don't know where these CT players are hiding, and 35 seconds left. You can definitely take the liberty to clear out this angle. Throws the smoke down towards CT. Knows that there's at least one there. Plants the bomb. Decides that, well, since there was that spam, probably no one is home. And at the very least, we'll get the bomb down. A little bit of an ego boost, forcing them, the CTs, to peek now into him. That's 1, that's 2. The last player, Kigu, is coming from the banana position. 20 and 17 on them. Oh my goodness, X Factor! With the X Factor to get the bomb plant, force the CTs to peek them, and get the 3K to secure overtime for DRG. And, I mean, here we go. Reset the money, Nexus. Reset the score, if you will, because it's basically 0-0. Now you just got to play. I mean, you just got to play. That's it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
First to, I believe, 4 it is. Best of 6 rounds coming in here. The X Factor just having a really good power play there. But Shorty, I think, had a really good idea with how they wanted to play it for retake. They didn't want to play super up there, super aggressive, and really risk giving them a 1v1. Trying to play for the retake, playing very passive and going, waiting for the teammate. They were playing for the quick rotate towards A, but also the quick, spot for B, but onto TB1. That's the prospect hero taking it down there. But yeah, it's a gamble stack if you really are going to play that passive. And if you're going to play for the retake, you might as well commit to it and wait for the teammates to come up from banana and flash your way in towards a possible angle like Church. But nonetheless, overtime now. It's a new round. It's a new type of mindset. And HE's flying every which way over here on banana. Aatrax damage being given out. And now we head into the mid round.
You're absolutely right. And Dale Cooper trying to get something done in this apartment's position. Will get some contact, but that's actually going to be X Factor going down to Cure. That's the porch player who jumped off, now chilling out in lane. Will receive 2 of these T players. That's Cure eliminating Bango. Dale Cooper trying to find this contact onto the Apps player. Kigu not aware that Dale had made it so far forward. And Nan with that op trying to see the sliver of Dale, but not going to happen. They know that Cure is here. Dale with the kill onto the opper. And Cure, do they know that he dropped? No! Dale with 3 in the round, but that is all that they will get. The potential for the ace clutch for Dale not going to come to fruition. Copypastas getting the 13th. And how many times, Nexus, does this happen that you're on match point for how many rounds, and then finally the first round of overtime you get that 13th?
It definitely stings a little bit. You know, why couldn't we have done this earlier? Why couldn't we have won this out this way? Why couldn't this round play out exactly how it did just a couple of rounds beforehand? It's something that will always happen within Counter-Strike. So I think it's just you take it on the chin and you keep moving forward here. But a nice opening play here from the Copypastas. Dragons obviously not really fighting aggressively for banana control, but they're gonna be planning for it. But Solstice onto Shorty. That's a good pick there to open up the banana, but they're leaving. Sway now has full control. They are going to have to retake it unless they just are going to go for a full A-site hit here. DB1 making a lot of noise for the apps. So just keep some feet planted here, Aatrax.
You're absolutely right. Feet planted, and we've also seen that this has been a contention for this map, this app's position. DB1 trying to get a kill, info, something like that. Already, DRG have secured themselves a 5v4 advantage. That's Shorty eliminated from the round. Ango with some spray through this top car smoke. Ooh, it looked like it almost could have connected. But nothing really going to come to fruition. 40 seconds left on the clock. That spam keeps 2 of these players for UPS here on the B site. 2 players left on A, which is where the hit is coming in. TB1 with a kill onto Kigu to secure the site. Nan with an op kill and immediately backs off towards Arch position and drops the op and picks up an AK for a kill onto Bango. And now creeps towards the mid, towards this short position. Here, wrapping from Arch. And Sway also here in the apps. 3v3 as the bomb ticks down to half. Nan with the flash will swing out, gets the kill onto the pit player of Solstice. Sway with the kill onto TB1. X Factor will need another 3K and gets another 3K to secure 1 round of overtime. 13th for the Dragons. Oh my goodness, X Factor coming alive here.
I mean, what can you really say there? The Copypastas had a really good retake attempt there. They had, you know, the flashes coming in. They were coming in from short and through apps, I believe. They had the double swing coming out together. They took out TB1 in Graveyard. They took out that pit player. But they didn't consider the X Factor. A nice triple spray down to really win out that round there. A good position and not peeking off their contact. Ideally, you should be peeking off of contact as Solstice does pick up this kill onto Nan, the opening pick of the round there. Ideally, you want to swing off your teammate's contact, but the X Factor had an idea, had an intuition, had something that they wanted to do, and they committed to it. And that's what we like to see from these premier players. The confidence, the game sense, the intuition. Just, you really love to see it.
You're absolutely right. You do. And if you're a DRG fan, you love to see this 5v4 scenario that they've got themselves into. Shorty on the low wall. Look at one. Bango gets the player slightly behind that Sway and then corrects onto the low wall player of Shorty. That's B site secured. Copypastas, Cure, and Kigu left in
Look
a
at DL Cooper, though.
2v4 scenario, a 2v3 scenario, excuse me. As I say that, the bomb will go down in this last round of the CT side for the Copypastas, and Dale Cooper on the flank already gets Kigu, Cure in the 1v3. Two players are relatively low, but the bomb already basically half over. Bango will get that and secure the advantage for DRG in this first half of overtime. And I believe that's the first round advantage that they've had pretty much all game, at the very least since the first half.
Yeah, I believe they might have had a bit of a lead in the second half there on their T side, but they Copypastas managed to make their way back, and it became this back and forth round. I think this is one of the first times we've seen in quite a while that we have seen a team double up in terms of rounds here. But yeah, good overall play from the Copypastas. A good banana take there. Some good flashes coming in. The trades are really well. But I really want to highlight Dale, or not Dale Cooper, I believe. No, I believe it was Dale Cooper. Excuse me, just losing my mind here. But that late flank there coming in from middle, hearing the footsteps from the CTs running away, and after Kira getting that kill onto the boosted player, onto first oranges, knew that they had to activate, pick up the first kill, and get it to perfection there. So really good play by Dale Cooper, going very aggressive, and Shorty taking out Bango. I guess Bliss, or I guess happiness doesn't last forever, and Kiku picking up another kill onto Dale Cooper, and it's now the man advantage, double man advantage, excuse me, for the Copypastas.
Yep, you're absolutely right. The story of the T rounds so far here in overtime. Dragons winning 2, and Copypastas looking to win their first, as Non gets a kill onto X Factor. Solstice with 2. That's a great start. But Non with the reply. Now they will flood towards B. It's all on to Tim. Tim, the big one, in a big 1v3 scenario. Will they decide to go for it? It looks like they will. DRG, the premier brethren on the team, cheering him on. Chat cheering him on too. I see you out there, and Non gonna get the kill through the smoke. I may be peeking up over the smoke. I'm not entirely sure, or just a spray through. I don't know. Either way, with the op kill to secure the first for the Copypastas, 14-14.
It definitely was just over through the smoke there. Number one ways in CS2, which is one of the benefits of the new smoke mechanics there. But yeah, I just saw the head, just trying to double scope in, trying to see what kind of pixel changes they can see. They managed to get it over here. Non going for a peek towards mid, and no one's gonna be fighting them. So has to come up with a bit of a rotation here, but an HE onto both. Sway coming up here, some good damage overall, but Shorty taking some good damage as well. Solstice spraying through the banana smoke, managed to get away here. Are they going for the regression? Shorty should be aware of this, but not. They're falling back Aatrax, and then they're playing it well. They X Factor onto Kigu. Oh boy, here we go again.
You're absolutely right, and you mentioned they're playing it well. Dragons with great damage. That's 3 players within headshot range already for these M4s. Crucial on the CT side, looking to hold on to their lead and post a first CT round in overtime. Bango with that smoke up at around 55 seconds. Hold on to this B positioning and making sure no one's going to peek through. That's Non with the kill onto Dale Cooper over on the A site. I believe that was Lane that kill goes down, and Bango's left all alone on the B site. But DRG are ready, 3-man strong for this A hit from the Copypastas. X Factor chilling here on truck. Sway with one onto Solstice. TB1 with one onto Sway. Can they get another? Yes, that's Tim with 2 in the round. X Factor with another, forcing Non into a 1v1 scenario. 18 HP as the bomb goes down, and Bango creeping around from Arch. Non with the op. So the weapon advantage. Oh, Bango sees. Non misses the first shot. Bango immediately takes that position, swings up and over the box. That is a great play. Jumps off the
Oh,
defuse
don't do it.
stairs. Oh, you're thinking about it.
Oh, do it,
Decides
Bango.
against it. DRG. Oh, not going to do it. Okay. DRG securing 15 and going to match point.
I think this is the first time that the Dragons have had match point to really play around with.
Yep.
I think it really just goes to show that it doesn't matter what kind of players you have, but as long as the system works and you guys are playing together as a cohesive unit, things will work out in the end. But the game isn't over yet. The Copypastas have one more chance, and 32 and 21, really putting the team on their back here to really try to elevate their gameplay. And so we're hoping to see that game end fairly soon. Dragons going for another aggressive banana take. Not too aggressive though. No players really in the middle of no man's land there, but Shorty poking towards mid, and I think the fight's going to be happening towards mid, towards arches, I believe, Aatrax.
You're absolutely right. And again, this is 3 men strong for the DRG as they pull yet another over. So it's going to be 4 as this A hit comes through. Shorty and Kigu taking point on the arch position. TB1 gets one. Solstice gets one. Shorty and Non with one of their own. 3v3 as this A hit is still coming through. Dale Cooper with one. X Factor with another. And DRG secures 16 and their first match win here in Season 15 of the CSC. And they do it with a prospect player. Shout out to Tim, 10 and 26. But you know what? At least 2 of those rounds were impact rounds from Tim. At the very least, 3 of those kills were very high impact kills in overtime. 2 of them to no doubt secure the round for DRG, at the very least aid in securing the round for DRG. We're doing a little bit of prospect glazing here. You love to see it. You have to when it's prospect going up into Premier. So shout out to Tim. And Nexus, what do you think of that last map? Going to overtime, my goodness.
I think it was definitely a very exciting one. We saw a lot of multiple, plays coming out from both sides of the team. Obviously, Kigu with that push down towards mid, catching them off guard after a falsified call that A was completely clear. And obviously the double, triple from X Factor, I think are some of the more notable plays here. I think we're gonna be seeing those coming in on the CSC. What is it? Top 5 plays of the week. I think Spidey's been the one in charge of that, so that's definitely one to really come around here. But obviously the real storyline is Tim, the big one, being promoted sub temporarily at least into Premier after the Premier FA pool just there was, I guess, no one was available, or they were already subbing elsewhere. But yeah, I mean, regardless, they had their kills, they had their impact, especially within that last round. They're picking up 2 kills. It's better than nothing, and it helped the CTs really win out that round there. The aggressiveness from both teams as well on their T side came to bite them in the rear. A couple of times there. Losing out on a couple of I guess dollars. The guns to really come into the next round. But it's what gave, I guess, the X Factor, excuse me, the confidence to go for that 1v3 clutch to get them into overtime. And I think just overall a really fun match to really watch. Go Team Tim. I think we've been calling it production. Yeah, go Team Tim.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Go Team Tim indeed. And this was, again, you summed it up pretty nicely. I appreciated a lot of the points that you mentioned. And both of the matches that we had tonight really were like, I think the first match that we had tonight ended 5-7. And did this one also end 5-7 the first half? So, and they were both on Inferno.
Yeah.
So, like, absolutely wild here tonight. Like, close matches. You love to see it. This one going the distance. Congratulations to DRG, by the way, for their first map win and achieving an incredible feat, if you will, from having a prospect. Like, I'm still pretty blown away by it. And yeah, Nexus, you got any final remarks before we close out here?
No, I
Any
mean,
any last thoughts?
just that it was a fantastic game to watch, and We should have more coming in tomorrow. Tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
and Thursday, obviously, we have some more games coming in here, and also keep an eye out for the reschedules. That if
Yeah,
if
weather
if Valve
permitting.
if Valve
Weather.
and Hurricane stuff.
Who would have thought that an online tournament, well, not tournament, an online league would be involved or would be affected by weather? But here we are. Of course, when it affects a large amount of our community, safety matters a lot more than the league. So be safe out there if you are in an affected zone. And Nexus, it's been great casting with you tonight. I'm Aatrax. We had Dancing Cactus and Firehawk doing our observing and producing tonight. Thank you both for your hard work. And shout out to all of our teams that we had here: Radon Royals, the Wagyu Warriors, the Dragons, and the Copypastas. Thank you for providing the Counter-Strike that we love to watch. If you are new here, be sure to tune in tomorrow night. Hit the follow button. We got more, again, weather permitting, Counter-Strike happening. I'm not entirely sure which tier, which teams, but regardless, it will be fun. You will not want to miss it. And join the community, csconfederation.com, or if you just want to hop right into the Discord, discord.gg/CSC. Even if you're not on a team, there's 10 mans that happen regularly. Everybody's always looking for people to play either Face It or Premiere. Now we have the Armory pass that you can get. So you got your stars to grind out for, all of that fun stuff. In addition to other fun community events, other games, we've got it all here at the CS Confederation, the best way to play competitively, casually. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone.